Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. To hear us saying
I
that.
know. I love not editing. And I love leaving things on.
I forgot how to read.
The whole goal was so like we could laugh and like talk over like the intro, like while things are happening in the background. And people are like, what's happening? That's what's happening. It's us making fun of each other.
It's us being fools. And it's great.
Would you like to try that again, not stumbling, or you think the point got across?
I think I will
got
stumble
across?
just as
Okay,
hard.
okay.
I think that was as clear as I'm gonna get. And
Hey, it makes sense.
we're just moving on
Yeah.
with the show.
So today's
Welcome.
Yes, hello. Episode
11.
We had double digits before, officially double digits. Like now
Yeah.
we're pressing on to trippy digis. Triple.
That I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
That intimidated me a little bit.
Oh well, I mean
I
we're
don't know.
very far away.
I know that's the thing. Like we're so far away, but like the thought of it was just like, whoa.
You realize
we're gonna hit triple digits
if you do one every other week for a year, it's 26.
Mm-hmm. So we're
That's 4
Years.
years down the line. Not to say that we won't pick up. Maybe we will. Who knows? Who
Maybe
knows?
I was gonna say not to say we won't pick up. I think
don't know.
about it often.
Yeah, we don't know. And you know what? I didn't release part 2 of part 10. So the
You
lost
never released-
episode, I
you-
didn't.
You never released it.
We were so busy, dude.
Dude, I thought you like because it didn't rip
The
right
computer,
away.
no,
It
the computer was
freaking out.
being weird. And then, we were like, all right, let's take the computer apart. By the time I remembered, I was like,
You know, it'd be really funny
What?
just because this is unedited. You know, it'd be really funny if we release them at the same time.
I could. Or just do like the lost episode, like do it in betweener. Who knows?
All
We
right.
don't know.
Do it-
Anyway,
release it like 1 minute before.
that's so much work. I can't even do it at the same time every other week. I tried to. It's been pretty consistent. One
You've been
time
good.
we broke off because the computer's being weird. Anyway, episode 11, guys.
Where the truth comes out.
Yes. Would you like to? This was your idea, so would you like to talk about it, and then we can go right in? It's a game. It's pretty much a game.
Almost said your idea.
You want my idea? Don't tell me. We'll talk later. I don't even know what idea you're talking about.
Your response to this idea.
Okay.
The question you had asked was.
Oh.
That's for after dark. So this thought popped into my head. It's kind of like a game.
It's 100% a game.
Did you turn it into a game? Because I did not turn it into a game. I just thought it into a weird idea.
In
In your head, it's a game.
my head, it's a game. Yeah.
In your head, it's a game. So I could tell when you said it, I was like, I guess it could be a game.
That was a game.
Um.
Because I want to see how crazy it gets.
So I had this crazy idea that if you were to pick 2 actors or actresses, but you swap them in all of their movie roles, and but it has to be for all of their movie roles.
Yeah.
And then you would think like, does it make movies better, worse, etc., more
Indifferent.
awkward?
Yeah.
It could be indifferent. It could be like totally change the movie. I thought it was like
Potentially changing career, and it would change career paths.
styles for sure.
Yeah. But now you have to think like,
And then it's also like some serious movies are now comedies, and some comedies are now serious. It's
but
because,
would they be?
But just because, well, it depends on the actor. Other thing, they could go.
Yeah,
that
so
far.
that's
It
the
could
thing.
go
That's
that
where
far.
it's hard.
And that's
Okay,
like
yeah,
where
yeah.
my head was kind
Yeah.
of going. And I had immediately asked Haley, and I was like, "Hey, babe, give me 2 people." And like she was like, "I could pick one person to replace." It was like it took her a second. Like it was kind of hard. And like the one that she's like, "I would turn every Russell Crowe movie into a Hugh Jackman movie." And I was like, they're in some movies together, so that might be difficult. But I was like, but please realize you're switching the roles. So now, Russell Crowe is Hugh Jackman. And she goes, never mind.
Yeah.
Like, and immediately, like,
I don't
stopped
think
to
Russell Crowe could be Wolverine. He
That's-
could.
He could.
but
I don't think.
I don't think it would have lasted 20 years.
No, I don't think we would have the franchise that it is today
No,
if
no,
if it was that kind of swap.
Yeah, yeah.
If it was that kind of swap.
So that's why I think this is intriguing. I would love to do this again, like considering this goes well, and I think we have fun, which I already think we're going to.
Already think.
I
Just
already
talking about it,
want
I'm
to
like,
do
yay.
a wheel. I want to do a wheel of like 2 actors, and then we just automatically like you switch those people out. So here's what's happening with my sign language. On the screen, I'm seeing a wheel here, and I'm seeing a wheel here, and the wheels are spinning, and then they stop, and then we have to switch them. So that's what I'm seeing in my head. Just showing it to you people. So now you can see how my brain works and my hands do it. Like, you know how people like use their hands when they talk? No. My brain is directly connected to my hands and it does whatever it wants
I was
to do.
literally feeling the breeze of your hands, and I was just like, Why is he flapping them so
Sorry,
hard?
it was the wheel spinning, dude. It was the wheel spinning. Sorry. Sorry,
But
imagery.
yeah, so like no, like, when you said like, oh, we could randomize it, and I was like, I would love to randomize it next time. Like that was my first thought.
Let's
I was
do
like,
this.
I was
Let's
like,
do
let's
this. I'm
pick
ready.
some
I'm ready.
people.
I'm ready.
Like,
Let's go. Let's go.
Like even if it's off the hip now, like I have a couple of names written down. I know you have some names written down.
I have two. So I have two names, and then I have movies that were like they're most known for, or movies that I love, and then I did it for Lizette as well.
So I will have to pull up a couple movies, even though I'm sure you will probably know more movies off the top of your head than I will. With these, with especially like with like my name list, you'll know movies. I'm not worried about that. I have a terrible attention span and memory.
We know, they know that too.
So
I think what I wrote down were the key movies that I would like to see, like that were monumental for me for these actors, and I think it'd be really different to see like would they still work? How would they work? So do you want to go first?
Do you want to go first, or want to pick? Why don't you pick one of
rock paper scissors?
Pick one of ladies, and I'll do one of Rosebuds.
Okay, so I'll do
whatever her name is. So, my wife.
My wife.
My
life.
Your life.
Yes, she is my life. My life, Lizette. She loves. Frick, what's her name? Kate. Oh no, what's her name? All right, Google's. What? Kate Winslet.
Thanks.
She loves Kate Winslet. I love my wife too, and I should have not forgot that, I guess. But she loves Kate Winslet. She loves like a period piece, and I feel like she just is an embodiment of a period piece, even though I have no idea what period pieces movies she's in. So I was like, all right, well now you have to pick another actress that she would like swap career paths with. And she goes, the only other actors I could think of is Cameron Diaz. They're in The Holiday together. So now automatically Cameron Diaz is the English lady or the lady
so that's an immediate role swap.
Immediate role swap. So automatically I saw that.
Which I feel like that's hard. Like
yeah, because
that changes the movie
that movie
dynamic.
Won't work at last at all.
But will it?
I don't know. Well, maybe because so in The Holiday, Kate Winslet's actually love interest is Jack Black. So now you have Jack Black and Cameron Diaz, which I guess could work.
Which in real life,
who was in Shallow Hal?
I don't even know more of that.
Okay, great, good talk. So that's what
I'm good at ideas, not executing them. All right.
So I was like, all right, they're in The Holiday, but then I go automatically. Kate Winslet is a Charlie's Angel, and I think that works.
That works.
So I wrote down a few.
That I think works.
I think works. So Cameron Diaz now has been replaced by Kate Winslet. Ready? Kate Winslet is now in. Do you know Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? Love that movie. I think she would do well in it.
Okay.
She is now in Shrek.
Ooh.
I don't know. It would not be the same.
I think it would be doable for Shrek 1, but not the rest of the franchise.
Okay. So I don't know. Then it probably would have never made it.
The 2, 3
would have never worked.
TV show spinoff.
Yeah.
None of that would have worked.
This next one, I think she could do, but I feel like it would be different. The Mask. I feel like
it would have changed.
Cameron Diaz is very much. I don't want to say she's a flirt, but I don't know. She just has that embodiment.
If we look at my list.
I already have a feeling of who you pick.
The Mask is already changing.
Okay. So then she's in There's Something About Mary, which I don't think works.
No.
Charlie's Angel, I think works. The Holiday we've already discussed. But now, Cameron Diaz is in the Titanic. No. That's not good. First off, the Titanic's not a good movie. Don't at me. That movie's garbage. I never liked it. I don't care.
I don't think it will change.
It will still suck, but I don't think
it would get better or worse. So I think Cameron Diaz could pull off the role.
They play a different type of coy is what I think I'm getting at.
They do.
And I don't think it will work. It will play as well off of Cameron Diaz. Off of Leonardo DiCaprio, sorry.
But I could see Cameron Diaz and Leo working together. Like,
sure, I'm sure they have worked together.
Yeah, I could it'll be a completely different dynamic for the movie, but I could see it. I could see it still being the same movie. At the end of the day, you still lose 4 hours
Titanic
of your life.
Sucks. Yeah,
it's like
spoilers. They hit that thing. Finding Neverland.
Did you know that the pool's still full?
Finding Neverland. I don't think works. This movie, I
No.
love this movie, and I believe it should be on your list. And now we could have a potentially different movie, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I do not think that movie
Mm.
works with Cameron Diaz. I love Kate Winslet so much in that movie.
That is a great movie.
That is Lizette's picks, and that's what I did for her. I'm sure Kate Winslet's in a ton of other movies, but those are the ones that are most memorable for me.
So you did an actress. I'm going to do Haley's actors.
Okay.
And to me, it hurt my head. I didn't put a ton of thought into it.
Okay.
But you said The Mask, so it immediately made me put
Okay.
Jim Carrey.
Yep. Jim Carrey had to make the list.
With Robin Williams.
Mmm.
Because they're two extremely different people. But also, they're both comedians.
One
They
is a
both
lot
have-
more physical comedy. One is a lot more voice.
Voice.
And yeah. I do voices.
So
I do a great impression of a
that
hot dog.
changes a million movies. One.
Yes.
That changes like key ticket movies for us.
Well, automatically I thought of Aladdin. I mean, could Jim Carrey do it?
But it
Yes.
was so that was
Would he do it better than Will Smith?
absolutely
1,000,000,000%.
Oh, better than Will Smith? Yes. Oh,
That's what I said. I was talking about the other.
The
genie.
other, yeah.
So I mean, even if you replace him with a ladder genie, he would still do it
Still
better
better
than
job.
that one.
But then I immediately thought of like one of the first movies I thought was Mrs. Doubtfire, which
Ooh.
that's a crazy swap. I don't know.
So how? So here's the thing. Do we have to? I factored in age in mine a little bit. I don't know if they're the same age,
They're
but I wonder if a
Robin Williams
younger
is a little
dad
bit
would
older.
be weird. He would have to. Yeah, he has
He's
to be
a
older.
little-
I'm just
but-
wondering by how much. Within 5 years is fair.
I don't
Anything
remember.
older is probably
I looked at the age gap, but I don't remember what it was.
that's a tough sell because that's a really.
But I was
young
trying
Jim
also
Carrey.
not to factor that in too much.
I'm only factoring it in because it would have to change the movie. Because if Mrs. Doubtfire is still made in the year 1998 or whatever, and Jim Carrey is 10 years younger, you're getting now he's not an 18-year-old dad, but if you had an 18-year-old dad, the 3 kids don't work, which means the story has to change.
So it's a 9-year age gap.
Ooh.
10-year actually. 10 years.
So depending on how old Robin Williams was at that point, but he was probably 40, which means Jim Carrey will probably be about 30, which means doable, but weird to have 3 kids at the age of 30.
Weird, but not
you
unheard
could-
of. Especially if
Definitely not.
But if
unheard of.
if we're keeping with that timeline, back then, common.
Sure, okay.
Back then, that's
So
common.
could he do it? Yes, but it would be a completely different.
Completely different movie. But
Oh
I
my
think
God.
his physical animation.
Can we AI that? Like,
That
can
would
we
be
ask
hysterical.
AI
I'd be
to be like, "Yo, AI, show me a picture of Jim Carrey as Mrs. Doubtfire."
But then, like, Robin Williams is not the mask.
That I think works.
But I think that's great.
Because-
it's a different movie, but I think it's still a phenomenal movie.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Sidetrack. I don't want to sidetrack too much. But did you know The Mask, the comic book, was like really, really dark in the 80s?
Mhm.
It took them 10 years to make this movie
Yeah.
because it was going to be a violent, like, anti-hero movie. Similar to Deadpool, which would not have worked in like 94 or whenever it came out. But now it would work.
Yeah.
So, freaking, let's sign this petition. I don't know how to do this, but let's do it. Make Mask an anti-hero or whatever. Just mad murderous. Proceed. Sorry.
I think so. The way my brain like immediately kind of reads it, I think Robin Williams can pull off more Jim Carrey movies than Jim Carrey can pull off Robin Williams movies.
Well, we know that they both have a serious
But they
side.
have, but
And they
I
both
also
have, I feel like they're
but
good because they both have the serious.
going like kind of on that serious side. I love the idea of Jim Carrey as Jack.
Ooh, I'm gonna cry either way. I'm still gonna cry.
But I think like Jim Carrey's serious side could do that role phenomenally.
He would be a different kid, but
Very
it would
different,
still work.
But it would still work. The story, it won't change the story.
No,
It'll
not
change
at
a
all.
little bit on how the story's told, but it won't change the story at all. It'll still be super emotional, and I still think it'll be a phenomenal movie.
Patch Adams.
Yep.
That would be the same. Those movies, I think they're actually a pretty good equal.
I think even with the age gap and putting that in mind, I think it's a solid, like equal kind of swap throughout. Like I
Yeah.
think that was a good and like that was Haley's, and I think that was like a solid spit to like just throw out there. It's strong because it's two really strong
Two
actors.
really good. Yeah. There has to be something we're missing though that will like totally derail it. But I do think the movies would still be equal, and like I think they would still succeed. So I think that's the goal of this.
The one that she questioned the most immediately was Aladdin.
I think he could do it,
and I was kind of like, maybe. I was like, and I was kind of tossed in between.
Yeah,
like. But then you also comparing it to Will Smith. I was like, yeah, he could do it.
Like Will Smith did it. Like if you're doing it to a guy that will like current event certain things, Jim Carrey 100% is that guy. Like, I did not trust him as Dr. Robotnik, and I don't know why I didn't, because as soon as he popped on screen, I was like, I love it. I don't know why I questioned it.
Yeah.
And it was all physical appearance, I think, which to me is stupid because I'm so drawn, like. Eggman being an overweight dude is so engraved in my body from the cartoons and the video games. So I was like, oh, it's going to be weird. It was not weird. Shame on me for thinking otherwise.
I totally forgot about Ace Ventura.
Ooh.
I think he'd be fine
Ace Ventura is very physical. Dumb and Dumber would be fine.
I think Anchorman
But imagine
would be fine.
imagine him with Jeff Daniels playing off would be very weird.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But weird, but not impossible.
No, I think it would work.
Christmas Carol.
Fine. Voice acting. Fine. Voice acting, they'll do good.
Yeah, all the voice acting is great. I didn't realize how many voice acting things they were both in. But
well, I mean, he did. What was that other one? Not Robots. Was it Robots? Robert Williams did Robots.
I think so. Yeah.
He did that other one. Yeah, he did something like that. That's good. I like that one.
I think it's a solid. I'm like looking through it, like the Grinch.
Ooh, that one would be very different, but you would probably get even more voices. A little less physical comedy, but more voices.
But more I was gonna say more voices.
Okay, I'm for it.
I'm for it. Even going to like older Jim Carrey movies, like Liar Liar stuff like that, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go to my next list. Go to like some AI or something, and please ask Jim Carrey to be Mrs. Doubtfire. I want to see what AI would think that looks like, because I have it in my head, and I think it works. I don't know if she would be British though. I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't British.
It was a form of. It was a form of whatever. I forget where he said they were from. So here I thought of two people. I went to a very specific genre of movie. Okay. Now, they are very close in age. One person is 76, one person is 71. So, pretty much timeline, it could work throughout. They have a similar group of movies that I think they could be interchangeable. And then there's a group of movies
but also
that I do not know if this person can pull off the same way. So, I have Liam Neeson.
He knew one of us were going to pull out. I didn't pull him out, so.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you have movies like The Taken. Like, Arnie could totally do The Taken.
For sure.
And then you have The Grey. Arnie could totally do The Grey. Terminator. I think Liam Neeson could do it. It would be different.
It'd be very different.
But he could do it. He wouldn't be, like, as stoic. I feel it'd be more...
Yeah.
It would be less of an idea of what a cybernetic organism is. It would be more like a modern, like, oh, he's just a normal human being. He doesn't act like all robotic like. Jingle All the Way. I think Liam Neeson could pull that off. It would not be as goofy though. But I think he could do it.
I think so.
So here's where I think it gets kind of crazy. So you have Batman Begins, where he is Ra's al Ghul. Liam Neeson is Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul. However you want to say it. I say both. Whichever comes out of my mouth is how it happens. Then you have Arnie, who is Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin. I think Liam Neeson could be Mr. Freeze. I do not think Arnie could be Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Another one that I don't think he could play that Liam Neeson does. Schindler's List. I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger should be in that movie.
I think it's a matter of could versus could on that one.
Yeah, I think, yes, it's should versus could.
That's a should versus could.
Yes. Should he?
No.
Probably not.
No.
It would just be really weird. I don't know how that would play. It would be a 100% different movie. But I would like to see Liam Neeson in Twins, Junior, like those
Yeah.
goofy ones. That's where I don't know if Liam Neeson could do it. However, in my Googling, I did find out, I had heard rumors, and I didn't know if it was true. Liam Neeson is going to be in a reboot for the Naked Gun series.
Yes, I've
And
heard
I
that too.
love, I can't freaking remember his name right now because, oh my god, the Naked Gun guy. We cannot progress until I figure out his name. Please God, it needs to happen now. It's not gonna happen. Leslie Nielsen.
I'm-
It's one of those.
Yeah,
I'm
something
so
like that.
stuck on Liam Neeson right now that I
That
can't
your
get
brain
it out.
words
It's
aren't real.
Leslie Nielsen, I believe.
So
I don't know if I believe Liam Neeson can do it, but I don't think it needs to be done.
none of this needs to be done.
No, I
That's the
don't
best part
think,
of this.
I'm sorry, I don't think he needs to be in Naked Gun because I
Yeah.
don't think Naked Gun needs to be touched.
Correct.
That's mine. I had a lot of fun doing that list because I was like 71 to 76, they're very compatible.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
but then would you also have Liam Neeson as a governor?
Maybe. It wouldn't be bad.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I had one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, with Arnie. Okay. Oh, Arnie's all over the place,
I took
man.
the time. This is the one that made me think, should I do this more timeline present? And then I said no.
Okay.
Because I just thought that this would be hysterical for
Okay.
one franchise. I mean, one of these characters is only in like 3 franchises
Okay.
to begin with, and
Okay.
everything else of his movies are garbage. So I actually think the Arnie swap just improves every movie ever,
For sure. I
And
mean,
then-
Arnie's the best.
destroys Arnold Schwarzenegger's career, but also would be hysterical for some of the movies just because it's so sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Vin Diesel.
My God. Okay.
But just imagine in 11 Fast and Furious movies, just hearing, I got family with like Arnold Schwarzenegger's accent. I got family.
I would already
His
watch that
family.
movie.
Like,
I'd already watch it.
I don't have friends, I have family. Like every 20 seconds. Like
Already, I'm watching that movie. I've only
So-
watched one Fast and Furious. I am watching the entire
like
series.
the whole franchise.
Yep,
Just
I'm watching
just
all of them.
Stop.
Yep.
Get another 20 movies out,
Yep.
and we're good to go.
Sold. Book it, Hollywood.
But then also like just putting Vin Diesel in some of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies would just make them hysterical.
I don't know. They'd be
Like it'll
so-
turn a serious movie into a funny movie because he's so awkward.
So you'd have Arnie in The Pacifier, right? He was in that movie.
Which
And then
basically,
you'd have him as Groot.
yeah. I'm Groot. I'm Groot. Like
I'm Groot.
like
Okay, sold.
like even that's good. Like
All right, so Vin Diesel as Terminator. I mean, it'd be different. but
it'll
he
be
could do
different
it.
but doable.
He already acts like a robot.
Um,
At me, bro. Just kidding. Don't at me.
don't
Unless
at
you
me.
watch this, yo, let's hang out. That's cool.
Listen,
We're just
I-
Josh.
like I have a weird love for like both these actors though.
But you love Fast and Furious.
I love Fast and
Yeah,
Furious.
yeah. But here's the thing. I think we only picked actors that we truly love because they were at the top of our skull.
And then you got like Triple X movies, like Arnold Schwarzenegger could do those. He
Yeah.
would basically
He was
turn
in
them into like
Expendables,
he
yeah.
would basically turn them all into Expendables, which is unnecessary. Way more people would die than
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to die. Like,
I've
but the
never
same-
seen a Triple X
but at
movie.
the same time, the first like Triple X movie, Vin Diesel plays like this daredevil,
Okay.
like driving cars off bridges, doing crazy stunts, which I cannot see Arnold
Last
Schwarzenegger.
Action Hero. Similar.
But
So
like,
he's-
but at the same time, in that concept of like how he does it, like
Yeah.
he's a bad guy who then gets turned good. Like it's just like I'm like I could see it, but I'm sure he's just asking why the entire time.
But now we have
Like-
now we have to factor that these movies have to be taking place later and later. Like he's not gonna be doing the Running Man in friggin' 85. He has to do the Running Man in 2000.
exactly.
So
So
I don't know.
it's
Does that
just
make
more-
it better
it's
or
just
worse?
more awkward. I think
Yeah,
it just
I
makes
don't
everything
know.
slightly more awkward. It makes
Jeez.
Arnold Schwarzenegger seem a little outdated.
Yeah.
Because
Well, because yeah,
like,
now
now
he's
he's
Commando, Predator, like all
now
of those.
he's stuck in a weird time warp for himself.
I would see Vin Diesel in Junior and Twins though. He could do both.
but
of
he could
those.
do both.
Yeah,
like
he
I
could do
thought,
both.
because I actually just recently watched Twins. For
Twins
like,
is great.
I want to say not the first time, but don't quote me on that.
It was like a UPN 9 staple. Dude. You
sh-
definitely watched
I'm
it.
sure I've watched it like
Yeah.
a few times growing
yeah.
up. Because parts of it I remembered, but I like watched it. Like
Yeah.
it was after I got married, so after September. And I was like, oh, this movie's great. And when I thought of these two, I was like, oh man, Vin would actually be pretty good in twins.
It's not bad.
Like
It's
that's
not
actually
bad.
a pretty solid swap right there.
I'm
Like,
for it.
so I think for the most part, doable swaps.
Yeah, equal.
Changes the movies a lot.
A lot.
Like,
But now, do we get a Vin Diesel governor?
maybe.
Oh my god.
If you watch the third Triple X, it's doable.
I never saw it.
I mean, it's not a great movie. It was definitely the worst one.
Oh
but
my god.
the return
there
of-
was a good one?
The Return of Xander Cage.
I don't even
But
know
also
which one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger being called Xander would be funny. I don't
Yeah.
know why. So like I don't know, think it's doable. But also Arnold Schwarzenegger in like the pacifier would be hysterical.
Arnold can do anything,
Would
dude.
be and I thought the pacifier was pretty funny for like
I've never
an
seen it.
awkward child.
I just
movie,
know
whatever.
these movies.
Like to begin with,
Yeah.
like Arnie in that movie would be great. But I also could see Vin Diesel pulling off Jingle All the Way because he did the pacifier.
Yeah. Sold. I'm for it.
But I was gonna be like, I'm Turbo Man. My neck and my shoulders have another neck and shoulders. Like,
It's like a Ren and Stimpy drawing. Whenever you see like two necks, I just think of like Ren and Stimpy. Like they do
you
it
don't
and then
need
they zoom
Turbo
in, it's like,
Man.
bloop.
You don't need Turbo Man. You got family. Like,
So good. You got Groot. Oh my god.
I'm Groot.
It's so good.
I forgot about Groot, honestly, until you said it for a second. Until you said it right there.
I mean, to me, that's like all he is to me right now.
like, oh, man, that's good.
So I've played. I want to show you a game. I don't know if I've ever played it with you. I've definitely played it with Lizette. I think it's super fun and ridiculous. It just has a lot to do with Hollywood people. And
Great.
what
Do I have
I
to name Hollywood people?
what I like to do is I like to look at their signatures and be like, who has the worst signature? So here we are. I've picked out some of my favorites. Let me make this a little bit smaller so we're not as whatever. But here you go. Here's some of my favorites. So you tell me. I can give you hints on them. We can start all the way over here if you like. Would you like a clue? Because I can tell you, like these are nice looking ones, but they're very difficult to figure out. Even once I give you the answer, you're gonna be like,
These
I
aren't
don't
even
see
some
that
of
at
these
all.
like these aren't even full letters though.
Yeah, I know.
But
So the
oddly
way
enough,
you
the
do this-
third one in looks very familiar. I
The
feel like
third
I should
one
know
is
that
the most. 3 and 4 are easy. So if you want to start all over, God bless.
No, 4 is clueless to me. I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
4 is what I sign.
I
when
can
I'm
give
at
you
check.
hints.
That's the signature I use when I
You
sign
put a
for
heart
my
in yours?
prescriptions. Every once
Yeah.
in a while, it's easy.
Make that a heart. Nice.
I don't even. That doesn't even look like you're trying to write letters to me.
Sure.
This is like scribbles. Done.
All right. So
But-
I can give you a hint for that.
Yeah, give me. We'll go
We'll start this way.
left to right.
This way.
That
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
it's like reading
Start
a
right
book.
here.
So that's number 1.
So I'll give you hints.
Okay, give me a hint for number 1.
This person has been mentioned today.
We've mentioned so many people today.
This person has been mentioned
By the
today.
book, well, we've both repeated each other's a billion times. Is it a male or a female?
It is a male.
Great. So we had to go with the higher count.
It was not somebody that. It was not like somebody that we mentioned.
It wasn't,
It wasn't
one of our names.
titles. It was somebody that was mentioned and thrown under the bus. I'll give you that hint.
Thrown under the bus.
Yeah, we threw them under the bus real quick.
I mean, I felt like we threw a couple people under the bus. But
This person got thrown under and gets thrown under every single time. I am not a fan of this person's work. You know those people that I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know the one that we didn't even talk about today.
I don't know why the only person in my head like you're not a fan of. Oh, that's not Will Smith.
That is Will Smith.
That is not Will
That
Smith.
is Will Smith.
Because in my head, I was like, I thought of 2 people.
Oh yeah, the other one is not on this list though. But I'm not a fan of Johnny Depp either. So
That was the
that's
other
why
person.
that's what you were thinking of.
I thought
know,
it,
I know.
I was like, we didn't mention him. But that's why. But it looks like it could be a.
I see none of that there. Maybe an S, but I don't see a W. That's a Z.
Sideways. It's a sideways W. You gotta turn your head.
No, stupid.
Go like this.
Yeah.
Now it's a W. That crack
All
felt
right.
good.
This guy. Ready?
Is that an Anthony?
This one? No.
Yeah. Artie?
No. The name starts. That's an H.
That's an H.
That's an H. It starts with an H. This one's actually not too bad once I say it. So now that I know it, it's not terrible.
Is there a T in there?
There is a T right there.
Okay.
And then there's another H right there. You could think of his name. This franchise was mentioned today as well.
Is that Heath?
Heath. That is Heath Ledger's.
Heath Ledger? I could see that.
That one makes a little bit of sense, right?
I could see that. When you break it out, like
compared
some of
to
the
this
key
one,
letter-
nothing. This
when you
one,
break out
I
some
can
of
see
the-
Heath, yeah.
This one's throwing me off because this looks so familiar.
So this one,
Yeah, that one. Number 3.
this one, I
Number-
don't know if it looks familiar. This person is. Oof. We did not talk about them today. We did mention.
Movie? Like celebrity actor?
Did
or-
not. Yes, is an actor. In a very big franchise. A book turned movie. Books turned to movies. He's in both, if you think about it.
Is it Harry Potter?
He's in a Harry Potter.
Hmm.
But he's not the main guy in Harry Potter, so that's gonna mess you up real
Yeah, I'm
quick.
gonna
But he is
nix
in
that
Harry
one off.
Potter. If you know the movies well enough, it would make sense. He's also a main in another book series. Come on. Come on.
Lord of
Come
the
on.
Rings?
No. Different book series. Lesser book series.
Smaller book series.
I'd
How many books are in the series?
have to ask my sister. Come on, that's a good hint right there. I think there's 4.
How is that a good hit?
Because if you know my sister, which you do. Oh my word.
I can't think. We've never talked books. I don't know. We talked cookies.
This person is
We've
also a superhero recently. Most recently played one of my favorite superheroes. That's the biggest hint I could
So
give
most
you.
recently played a Batman.
Yes, most recently played a Batman.
Are you talking about Twilight?
Yes.
That makes sense for your sister. I had to think
Yeah.
about oh, it's what his name? I don't actually know his name.
It's Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
R Pats. You can see like kind of an
Yeah,
R.
you can kinda see
kind of a
it.
P. I don't know why he's got like God. I don't know why he's got
The
like
little-
two crosses
The
or
little
whatever.
stars.
But this one is my favorite just because I'll tell you right now, it's a female. And to me this
I
just
would hope.
screams like female. I don't see it at all, even though I know it,
Lady Gaga.
but I like it. No. Think older.
Meryl Streep.
Okay, you
Younger?
were wrong. You were more on the path with Lady Gaga. So this person is in Hollywood, but not necessarily a movie star.
Got it. So
A singer,
singer.
older singer back in the day, TRL. I almost straight up gave this name of the song.
Genre? Is there a specific genre? She
It's
kind
like
of bounce
a
around.
pop R&B pop. It's pretty much probably just pop.
Beyonce.
No, so close though, so close.
Am I in the
person
right
is a-
age bracket?
I
Like,
think so.
or-
This person is a powerhouse vocalist. She was on a TV show. A judge. That's a pretty big hint.
Oh, on
She's
like
a
one of
solo
the-
artist, not with a band or a
So
group.
she was on like The Voice or
The
something
Voice.
like
She
that.
was on The Voice.
Was it The Voice? I've never seen an episode of The Voice before.
I'm pretty sure it was The Voice. My parents love that stupid show. Sorry if you like it.
Oh,
I
oh, God,
Come on, man.
What's her name?
Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. I'll count down from 10.
What the freak is her name?
9. Would you like initials?
I don't even know if that'll help, but sure.
C. C-A.
Is it Christina Aguilera?
Yeah.
Is
Christina Aguilera.
it? I that's not there at all.
No, there's like
There's an
kind
A
of-
in the end.
Yeah, maybe. And there's a heart.
There's an A in the end.
So guys, to play this
It
game.
looks like it says I would see love in there more.
Oh yeah. Well, there's definitely a C, but it's covered by everything else. So I have no
But
idea.
also like the heart looked like it could have been like a B.
Yeah. I automatically saw heart. If you want to play this game, guys,
That's fun though.
you go to Wikipedia, you just look up famous people, and they have their signatures most of the time.
And you throw it in there.
You just say like you tap on it. You go, hey, whose signature you think this is? And then they're like, I don't know. And then that's usually the game. It's a great game.
That's great.
I gotta find it again, but I literally found one with just the dot. Like their signature was
amazing.
like a boop. That was it.
That's amazing.
It's a great game. It's
now I want to like look up people's signatures. And
it's a great game. It's a fun game.
That's crazy.
Some of them are really good. Arnold Schwarzenegger's is very clean.
His is like it's actually,
but
like,
it also has to be like it's very like stoic. But
he has
nice.
800 letters in his name, so it makes sense.
It has to be.
Yes, he probably has to try.
Good times. I like that game. I like these games.
That was fun.
We'll do it again next time with a wheel. That's the wheel. Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you. You have something else to say?
I was gonna just start signing off.
Oh, would you like to sign off this time?
No, I'm good now.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks for spending time out of your day listening to us talk about stupid things and play dumb games because that's what we like to do most. If you have any ideas on games, tell us. We'll play them. If you want to play our games, go right ahead. If you have any modifications, play them. Do it. Tell us. Maybe we'll make them better. He just thought of it, and I was like, all right, let's run with it. And that's it. That's how we do these stupid things.
If you have some celebrities that you would like us to comment later on about swapping roles, let us know.
Yeah.
Or share your thoughts on that with us.
Please do. Yes. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I don't ever say it. I forget. I don't think we ever say it. I think our video says it at the bottom.
I say it, but usually while you're talking over me.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, that's it.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a great day. And as always,
we love you.
I pressed the wrong button. I'm so sorry. We're just going to leave the ending here.
We still love you.
Yeah, we still love you. It doesn't change a thing.
Bye.